All right, all right. Back by popular demand. So many people had been asking me to come back on for our lives after we had a phenomenal African American Children's Book Festival, our second annual one. And so we're just so very excited. And we're excited again to start back over again. And we're going to be coming to you live every evening, and we're going to be coming live every evening at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But now I want you to understand this, though, and I apologize because we're coming at a different time tonight because I had some other obligations, but I wanted to bring this phenomenal author to you all tonight. And so we are so very grateful that you are here. Okay, I have somebody saying, "Hey, beautiful," to me. I wonder who that might be. I believe that might be my husband. Thank you. We're so very to have the author of this magnificent book, Harleigh's Hair, and we're going to bring her on in just a second. If you are new and you're watching, whether you're watching right now live or whether you're watching us in the replay, we want you to know why Ubuntu Press came around. So first of all, Ubuntu means I am we. In other words, we didn't get here by ourselves. And especially as an African American community, we're not going to get places by ourselves. It's going to take a collective body. And so as an educator, I spent 28 years as an educator. And I had a hard time finding books when I was a teacher, finding books when I was an administrator for our children because I worked in predominantly African American schools and couldn't find them. And so in 2019, I left my passion, my love, everything that I love. I loved being an educator, and I left it to start writing children's book. And there's my baby right there, the first one, Panther in the Sky. And I'll share that after, but we're going to bring Megan on. But I wanted you to understand why we started this platform. Less than 10% books right now are books created by African American authors. Less than 25% of all the books out there in the published world are books of people of color. And again, only about 9% of those have African American main characters. And so we want to change that statistic, and we want to keep highlighting the people that's helping do it. And so tonight I want to bring to you none other than author Megan Bradley, the author of the wonderful book Harleigh's Hair. Hey Megan, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm so happy to have you on today. Thank you so much for gracing us at Ubuntu Press to be able to share your wonderful book. So, first of all, I know that people want to know, who is Megan? So, Megan, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Mm, just Megan. So I actually, I love writing children's books. This one just happened to be the first one I published because it's about my daughter. I have a daughter that Harleigh is my 2-year-old daughter.
Okay.
Like everyone else, Harleigh is my inspiration. Your kids are your inspiration, of course. I actually work with Head Start right now, so I've been working with um, early childhood for about 10 years now, maybe a little more on and off, That's pretty much about me.
Well, we want to say welcome to you. So, welcome, Megan. And so, if there's people on there watching, and you want to comment to tell you the platform, you do need to be on either the Ubuntu Press Facebook page, or you need to be on the Bridget Brown Jackson YouTube channel. And if you go to either one of those and you type in comments to Megan, she can personally see them. So, Megan, I'm going to come off the screen for a moment and just let you share whether you want to read your whole book or you just want to read clips and tell them to go to Amazon. I'm going to move out of the way and let you talk to your audience. Thank you.
Well, hi guys. So this is my book, Harleigh's Hair. Like I said, it's about my 2-year-old daughter. Um, First I'll give like a backstory to it. my baby, she was born with like a head full of hair. She had like sideburns coming all the way down her cheeks. And then in about 8 months, maybe 9 months, her hair began to break. And so that was extremely frustrating for me because I suffer from hair loss, and my mom had severe alopecia when she was living. So it was always, even when she was born with a lot of hair, it was always an insecurity of mine that her hair would break. So when her hair would it began to break off, it was really like self-damaging because as parents, we often put our insecurities that we have within ourselves, we often put those on our children. And even for an 8-month-old baby, that's what I was doing. I was searching, trying to find products everywhere. I was trying things, and she also has eczema. So a lot of the products would break her out, and I was extremely frustrated. So this summer, I just said, forget it. She's a little baby. She's a beautiful baby. And I began to write. I want to say I wrote the first half of her book in about 8 minutes because that's how much it was heavy. That's how heavy it was on me to get a self love book out about hair. Now, I know there's other African American stories about hair love, but this is actually a personal journey for me because it's something that I've suffered through. It's something that my mom suffered through. And I wanted my daughter to know, even at 2, that your hair does not define you. You are beautiful just the way that you are. Her hair is beautiful. And even now, when I comb my hair, I'm like, it's fine. Her hair is more coarse than others, but I braided beautifully. I plaited. She's natural, and she's going to continue to be natural. I mean, it doesn't matter how you choose to comb your baby's hair. What you we have to, it has to start with us that our children are beautiful exactly the way that they are, because as soon as they hit the world is definitely going to tell them otherwise. I work with 2-year olds, and even then there's mean things said, and with 2 and 3 year olds. So I just wanted for her to have something that books never die. So it doesn't matter what she's going through at any point in time in her life. I could say, hey, mommy already did it. She put it in the book. She bought that t-shirt. You don't have any worries at all. You're beautiful just the way you are. And if she forget that it's her, I put her on the back. But I'll share some other things with you guys. So, hey James. So it's dedicated to my mom. Many people know that I actually lost my mom 2 weeks after I had my daughter. She's her only living grandchild. It was very sudden. We didn't quite know everything that was going on, so it's like she was with me for 2 weeks. She had her grandbaby, and then suddenly we got a call. Nothing, everything was not okay. So in everything that I do, I want to make sure that I honor my mom because she never left with her children. So I want to make sure that I always honor her. I think this is Harleigh, guys. Harry, please. This is Harleigh. Say hi. Can you say hi? Okay, you want to read your book? So the book basically just goes through it just goes through stages of Harleigh, how she wakes up, and she's saying that I have all these things going on with my hair, and she's frustrated. Sorry, guys. She's wondering, she's pulling, she's looking for her brush, she can't find it. She's in a rush for school. There's her brush on her backpack if you can see it where she couldn't find it. She's trying on different hats to see if they will work. She's trying on headbands. It's not working for her. And then a little birdie comes and takes her headband. She's trying everything. Then finally, who do we always call on when we need help, especially with our hair? She finally calls on her mom. And in the end, she's beautiful as she was before. So I would like to stop at this page where her hair is fully combed, because oftentimes we see pictures of little girls and they have two big ponytails and they have perfectly combed hair and they have really nice baby hair. But honestly, where I grew up, we had knockers, we had bows. My mom put streamers and ribbons in my hair. So I wanted it I didn't want it to look like go to bed. Sorry guys. Harleigh is a little upset today. But I wanted to make sure that the picture was realistic. That this is how a lot of our African American girls, they actually wear their hair. And then on this page, I left a sweet note to every girl in the world: you are beautiful just the way that you are. And that is very, very important to me, because we oftentimes struggle as women. It doesn't matter if you're perfect, if someone thinks that you're the most beautiful girl in the world, or if a million people think that about you. Um, Women of all ages, we just have tons and tons of insecurities. And even as an adult, we know if our hair is not right, then we're just not right. So that's really the overview. I didn't want to read it all because I want to make sure that you guys go on Barnes and Nobles for the hard copy, or you can find the paperback on Amazon. So I would like for you guys to get it and enjoy it yourself.
Oh my God, Megan, I wish the people could have saw me in the back room. I say my Oprah's green room back here while you were talking and everything. Amazing, amazing.
Excuse
Uh,
Harley, guys.
that's okay. We understand. Harley is supposed to behave like that. It's age appropriate, you know. Harley is not in her 50s acting like that. So you have some love going on over here in the thread. And so
I
I
can't see, but thanks, guys.
can you see it now?
I see Willie. Hey.
Yep, yep. So Willie, that's my husband. He said,
Oh,
"Hey, Megan," and
hey.
then you have a very good friend of mine. She's an educator as well, and she did early childhood. She
Oh,
said,
okay.
"Good evening," and then she shares some stuff. And you said hi to James uh,
Yes,
earlier.
that's
You
my
said,
friend.
"Meg," I know he knows you personally. Yeah. But Janie, when you were telling the story, she said, "What a beautiful family legacy." And it is. It
Thank
is.
you.
Your mom still gets to be here with you.
Mhm.
And that's just, again, amazing because, again, every time somebody picks up that book, it's still a part of her right here in the natural world. And I wanted to share with you, my mom got on and said hello to you. So
Hi.
saying hi all the way from Illinois and making sure everybody know that she was abiding Paris. Yes, yes. And so yes, I posted for you. Yes, call on mom. That's who they're gonna call. They're gonna call mom. They're definitely gonna call mom. My husband again said legacy on strength. I mean, that's the resolution. And I love the fact that you don't let me forget to do this. All right, everybody. We're talking to author Megan Bradley. If you're just tuning in, I can see a couple people have popped on. Um, if you are not on the Ubuntu Press page on Facebook, come over to there so that you can post a personal comment and she can see it in real time. She'll be able to see them, when she goes back. But if you want them on the screen, you have to come to the Ubuntu Press Facebook page or Bridget Brown Jackson on Facebook, and I can share that with you so you can see what that actually looks like. And so here is the Facebook page, Bridget Brown Jackson. All right. And you can hashtag if you want Ubuntu Press. Ubuntu means I am we. So you got some love going on, girl. Kim Ford, she was our winner. Yes, yes, yes. Of our African American Children's Book Festival. We gave away 3 incredible bundles, and she won. She did that. So, hi, Kim. Good to see that you're on tonight live and sharing love with Megan. She said the black books were great reading. Yes, so she got a nice set of books. Yes. Janie's telling you to keep up the good work.
Thank
Again,
you.
keep doing and be encouraged. This is absolutely wonderful. Oh my God, this is one of my besties back when I was teaching. My love, and actually, she was my daughter's fourth grade teacher. She said, I will be purchasing Love the Family, Love and Legacy. Stay blessed. Thank you, Anita, for supporting Megan. Good. You can get it on again, Barnes and Noble or on Amazon. Amazon. And I wish I had known that. I have the paper copy. I would have loved the hardcover. So we got to get that added to the library. So Kim, I mean Megan, I don't know if you know this. I'm looking at Kim's name over here.
It's
Uh,
okay.
I don't know if you know this, Megan, but I don't remember if I shared with you. My husband and I, we're in Flint, Michigan, and we have a nonprofit. And so one of the things that we're doing is putting books in the books, making libraries for children. So we're putting them in their homes. And I love what you said about the knicker knockers and being real. This is what our kids look like. I remember again, sometimes we have, the really nice, you see in the books, the hair is just really perfected. And we do have girls that have that, but
Mhm.
we also have some that don't have that. Or again, like you said, they have a million barrettes and beads
Yes.
in their hair. So reflecting that too as well. Yes, yes. So Kim said hello. Again, we are doing great. We appreciate her coming in and everything. And this is one of the things that I share with you too. We need the realism. So we thank you. Thank you. And in the back, just to have the note to girls so that they know they matter. They do. They really matter. I had mine, and I was going to show you when you were talking about that and everything. I have a frame in my office where I have all of the stages of me.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
And some I hated my hair and I didn't, but now I'm so in love
Right,
with
right.
Bridget, and I hate that I spent so much time not loving on myself. So you want to talk about that for just a second? I mean, I know you talked about it a little bit when you were reading the book, but see what happens in childhood, we really carry
Yeah,
that over.
yeah.
You want to have something to say about that?
Sure. So I'm being transparent. I know some people that if you know me and you're watching, they probably may have never they may not know this, but I had tons of insecurities. And to be very transparent, I know that there's males, but I'm rather developed, and I developed very young. I mean, really, really young. And so that was actually an insecurity for me. And it goes along with everything when you times has changed. So my dark skin is considered gorgeous now, but there wasn't always a time where it was accepted in our community, and then it wasn't always a time where it was accepted personally. So I was like, okay, I'm short, I'm heavier, my hair is not together, you know. So when we speak about hair in young girls, it's not just about, okay, well, let me go get a head full of bundles to feel beautiful. However you choose to feel beautiful, whether you wear braids, you wear natural, whether you wear weave, it has to be from within. It
Yes,
has to be a choice to say, this is exactly who I want to be. It's not because my best friend wore it. It's not because my mom said that's the best thing for me. We have to get to an age where we accept our children saying this is what I feel okay in. I
yes,
have to be okay if one day if Harleigh says, "Mom, I don't like my natural hair." As long as she doesn't like it because someone told her it wasn't what she shouldn't like, then I have to give her option to say, well, what can I do to make you feel better? How do you feel like you could feel more beautiful with your hair? And that's not saying that I'm telling her she's not beautiful the way she is. I'm giving her a choice to accept who she wants to become, you know?
yeah. That's good. That's good. Very, very good information. It's like I said, whatever you choose to do. Now, again, my hair has been my stuff all my life. When I was in my 20s, I cut it, and I've worn the short, kind of Nita Baker, Halle Berry,
Yeah.
all my, and it had to be totally curled and crisp. And I would have days when my hair wasn't done. And I'll be honest with you, I was having, this is just recently, I'm a fully mature woman. And I was like, oh my God. And so right before the COVID last year, actually, I went natural. Wouldn't have paid me to know that I would like literally do this. And I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
beautiful.
I can go back to the other, but I'm really happy with this. And
Hmm.
again, you couldn't have paid me 5 years ago to believe that I'm wearing my hair, and I'm just really, really loving it. And I absolutely do. And so I always tease and say, I wish I could go back to this little girl and have
Uh-huh.
a really good conversation with,
Right.
you know, and so it's amazing. So I'm glad that you are doing affirming things for them and everything. So there's also an author here. Her name is Danielle Green. And so Kim is talking about the book. So she got a whole set of books in the bundle. And she says, hey, pretty girl. And this is the rope, our excellent reading. And so those were two of the books
Okay.
that was in the bundle that we shared. And we shared
Oh, wow.
really wonderful, wonderful books. And This is the Rope is a book that goes back and talks about, a little bit during slavery time, but in a sense of empowerment, and that's what I'm really loving. We can share those stories because our
Right.
children need to know where they've come from, but
Mm-hmm.
we also can share them in a form of empowerment rather than this is the only way that we was. And
Mm-hmm.
so she did that. And hey, pretty girl, Danielle Green is a personal friend of mine. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And her book, again, is talking about self-esteem and for girls to be empowered. And she has a nonprofit that talks about empowering girls and know to do that. Yes. But Janie is so complimentary. Thank you, Janie. She says, my natural hair is beautiful.
It
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Changing colors in it, but I'm loving it.
is.
And I hadn't done that before. I would never dye my hair. I was black and always black. And so I'm enjoying this new me that is coming out during COVID. Yes. So we are so very grateful again, Megan, that you came. I want you to have some last words, and I want our people, I'm gonna go and share with them how they can talk with you on Instagram. You're Megan Bradley, but the E is a 3. So to make sure they do that. So you want to talk a little bit about how people can get in contact with you and anything else, last minute moments you want to share?
Sure. So I pretty much stay on both Facebook or IG. I don't have. I'm developing a platform. My daughter actually has an Instagram called HLB Publishing. It's
Okay.
gonna be called Happy as a Lark. Her middle name is Lark. So it'll be called Happy as a Lark Publishing when I get everything going. So that's at HLB Publishing on Instagram. So that's mostly where I advertise her book. She will have more things to come. We're hoping to have some things for Christmas to come out. So before we're hoping to have a few stocking stuffers. So that's where you guys can go look and keep updates with Harleigh's Harris at HLB Publishing on Instagram. But you feel free to inbox me on any social media platform.
Okay.
Tell me anything good. Tell me you bought the book.
Yes,
So
definitely. I'm gonna put this plug in there for you. Go and give her a review. If you
please,
bought it on Barnes and Nobles or you bought it on Amazon, please go and give her reviews.
please.
Also, I'm getting ready to type this in here too. They can go to Goodreads and also give her reviews because that will help. That helps a whole lot. So go to Goodreads and give her a review in addition to going to Amazon, going to Barnes and Nobles. That's very important for authors that come out and we're called indie authors, meaning that
Mhm.
we meaning that we are independent authors, so we self-publish. She has a publishing name, I have a publishing name that I do, but we don't have a big publishing house
Right.
backing. So we need you guys to help us out in that area. So again, this can be and I would say every little girl needs to have this, and whether they are black, whether
Right.
they're white, whether they're Asian, whether they're Hispanic, Latino, which Arabic, whatever ethnicity. They need to have books that don't look like them sometimes, so
Yeah.
that we can have that. So we want to see that in libraries, and we're definitely going to support you.
Thank
At
you so
Kingdom
much.
Influence. And so our nonprofit is called Kingdom Influence, and we're trying to influence the community and influence the world. So Kim has something else. She says, I'm impressed with these Black authors because I had never read any Black books before that were true stories. Yes. Yeah. So we didn't get that growing up. So I'm with Kim. We didn't have that. We didn't have
Right.
that at all. Yep. So my husband is saying, and won't you press Kingdom Influence? Thank everyone for coming on tonight. We thank him. He's been up for a long time. He has a long day. He stayed on so he can support you, Megan.
Thank you so much.
And then look who this is.
Hey, Kev. I know you.
You know him.
Yeah.
That is her other half telling her hello with the beautiful Harleigh. That picture is just adorable.
Thank
So
you.
again, we appreciate having you
Thank
on
you so much.
so much. We want people to again support you. I will put out there again. Go check her out on Instagram, Megan Bradley with the 3 as the E. Or go to her Facebook page, Megan Bradley, and support her. Support,
Thank you
support,
so much.
support. The book is scrolling across the bottom, Harleigh's Hair. So I appreciate you, my sister.
Thank you.
And this will not be the last time. We want you to come on. I want one night
Anytime.
when Harleigh is doing a little bit better that she can come on. I love the babies. I love the babies. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
All right, so that was Megan Bradley, again, the author of Harleigh's Hair. So please go and support her. Support her, support her, support her. We have to do this if we want to build community, folks. And especially those of you, if you are African American out there, we really need to support each other and support the businesses. Not saying that we're doing anything exclusive, but right now in this time, we have to build ourselves up. And when you look at the wealth inequity between other ethnic groups, there's a big disparity, there's a big gap, and it shouldn't be, because in the Black community, our buying power is $1.4 trillion. If we were a country, we would be the 16th largest country in the world. Now you think about that. That's some buying power. Come on, we got to support Black-owned businesses. Yes, Kim is saying that's true. That is so true. We got to support one another. We have to support one another. And so I do want to share again my books with you too as well. We have Panther in the Sky. Panther in the Sky is a tribute to my uncle, Defense Captain Mark Clark from the Black Panther Party. And in the book, I share with you information about the wonderful free breakfast program that the Black Panther Party started that fed thousands of children weekly, all across, tens of thousands, all across the country. And we really, really need, look, my husband got me distracted. We really, really need to make sure that we get the message out that they were the foundation for what we're seeing even today. So in 1969, my uncle was assassinated at the hands of the Chicago police, just because of the fact that he wanted to make his community better. And so this book doesn't go into the details of all of that, but it goes into all of the details of the programs that they put in place to make sure that we had a better America. And again, it's tribute to him. It's a story of a mother and daughter having a conversation and telling uncle's history. Well, I was 3 years old when my uncle passed. And so this book means the world to me. It's my first book. I actually wrote it when I was a teacher and I had a writing club. And then 2019, I actually published it. And I'm going to let you wait for it. And the illustrator was one of my students that was in my writing club back then. So this book has come full circle. So you can get that on ubuntupress.org. Again, ubuntupress.org. Ubuntu Press is up in the corner there. So you can get that there, as well as we're going to be sharing tomorrow Purple Heart Highway. So right here, the character, his name is Carter. Well, I have a Carter, my grandson. He's the main character in this book. And this book is a tribute to veterans. And tomorrow is Veterans Day. So please join us tomorrow. We're going to have a special live tomorrow at 8 p.m. where we share Purple Heart Highway. And Carter's going to be helping me read it. So please come back and join us. And then starting next week, we'll be on our regular evening time. We'll be at 8 p.m. every Thursday evening. And we're going to be having some wonderful indie authors and other people coming. So come on and join us. So for now, we're going to say thank you. Ubuntu, I am we. Make sure that you're blessing someone else. Make sure you're giving back. And remember, you stood on the shoulders of giants to get where we are today. We have the first African American female vice president. You stood on shoulders of giants to get there. So let's celebrate our ancestors. Join us back tomorrow as Carter, the historian kid, that's his YouTube channel, shares with us Purple Heart Highway. Have a good night.